This is Anthony Iannarino's new book. It's called Eat Their Lunch. Spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you to go and buy it. But if you let me steal a minute from you here, I'm going to tell you why. You do not sell in a vacuum, and there is not always enough business to go around. Once you realize that, you also realize that you have a problem: competitors. Now, this is not a book that is so much about stealing business away from your competitors, so much as it is inspiring you and challenging you to become the best salesperson you can possibly be. Because unless you are the best salesperson you can possibly be, you are going to have a very hard time succeeding in sales. This work, I believe, is Anthony Iannarino at his best. He's eloquent, he's articulate, and he sees and explains the nuance in the selling profession that so many other people fail to recognize. Now, section 1 is all about capturing mind share and gaining access. Those are two things in very short supply right now, and you will know if you've been in sales for any length of time that if you don't have those things, you're going nowhere fast. Anthony not only lays out those concepts and ways to go about acquiring those things, but you also get a 12-week sample roadmap for prospecting to 60 of your dream clients in a way that is not something that is so insurmountable that you can't do it, right? This is a simple program over a 3-month period before you stop and reevaluate that is easily worth 100 times the price that you're going to pay for this book. You're going to want to get this book simply for that plan, simply for that roadmap. But of course, it doesn't end there. Section 2 is about working with people, but not just people, groups of people. Why people make decisions, why people wouldn't make other decisions, how to acquiesce when unforeseen circumstances come up. You need to get consensus within the organization. And I know you've been told that a bunch of times, that there's 7.3 different decision makers in every complex sale. I don't know how you get 0.3 of a person, but you know where I'm going with this. It's one thing to throw a stat out there. It's another thing for someone to give you a strategy and give you the framework of that strategy so that you can make your own decisions, the ones that you decide are going to be the best for you in that situation as you encounter them. This is more than a roadmap. This is methodology. And it's taught to you in a way that you can apply it as you best see fit. Now, section 3 is probably my favorite because it calls on the salesperson themselves to become the consummate professional. Anthony's covered this in previous works, so a little bit of it is a rehashing of that. But when you put yourself in terms of your competitors, can you outclass them as a professional? Are you merely trying to sell something out from underneath them, or are you trying to be consultative and earning a place on the team of your client's business, of your client's company? It's not enough to just be a transactional salesperson. If you're really going to be consultative and not just sell them something and run in the other direction, you need to prove that you yourself are worthy of being brought on board. That's something that is, quite frankly, not spoken about enough. There aren't enough people talking about the value and the values of a professional salesperson as they relate to the sales process. You're the biggest part of your value proposition, and if you don't recognize that, you're going to have a really hard time. Now, I couldn't put this book down, and any of you who knows me really well knows that I do not say that about very many books. I like to listen to them. I like to, kind of read them at my own pace. It takes me a lot longer to read a book than the average person. I could not put this book down. It captivated me, and I know it will captivate you as well. Anthony Iannarino is redefining what it means to be a professional salesperson in today's economy. I want you to buy this book, but I only want you to buy this book if you're willing to accept the challenge that goes along with buying this book. When you do, and I hope you do, I hope you send me an email, jb@jeffbajorek.com. I want to talk to you about what you took from this book. I want to discuss with you what you thought were the best parts, where maybe he lost you a little bit. I want to dig into this because this is a piece of work that is going to last for a long time. This is one of the best pieces he's ever put together, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Buy it now. Amazon, Kindle, Audible.com, however you want to get it. Get this information in your hands. You will be better for having done so.